Hello. Curtis did a similar video blog of his garden, and I thought I was going to steal the idea and try it out. So here is a little journal of our garden. So when we first come in, over here we have some various flowers, daylilies, coneflowers. These are 2 sheds with all the equipment, and as you can see back there in the distance is a rodeo arena where there are several weekend activities and people riding their horses during the night. Kind of nice if you come out here late, the lights are on and you could do a little bit of gardening after dark. So the bricks are really to help kind of lay some more walkways around here. They're just donated by various people. And we've got some rosemary and honeysuckle blooming. And as you see, as we walk further, we just have a variety of different beds. These aren't ours or maintained by us. Someone just planted some walking onions. And we've got 2 nice fig trees over here with mint growing as a ground cover. Hopefully we can get some figs this year. We came a little bit late when we joined last year to have figs. This is our lone tree, a nice loblolly pine, but it actually gives some shade kind of in the midday. So you see, this is the gardening area, and we've kind of taken over lots of beds because there just wasn't anybody doing anything with them, and it's kind of sad to see empty beds. So we just want to grow things, and so we planted things. These first 2 right here are part of a school. They maintain it. And we planted the onions. We've kind of kept up with them, but we're trying to let anybody kind of harvest those. So we'll just walk one side and then up the other side. And Chris laid all these bricks. He did a good job and then ran out, and then now we have more. And someday we'll plant them. And with the amaryllis, were really in their full glory about a week ago. They're kind of fading. The grapevines. And so here is 2 beds that we maintain. We've got some long Chinese mosaic beans on this side. And this is our sugar snap peas. And Chris just put in a spaghetti squash today. Because the sugar snaps are going to be gone in probably about 2 weeks. They've already started looking like they're fading. And Shell will like these. They are looking really good out here these days in nasturtiums. So this is another private bed here. A lady and her daughter came about a month ago. And another one of their beds. They've got corn and a variety of different things growing. And here are 2 of our Brussels sprout beds with dill over there on the left. Brussels sprouts were planted in September and have yet to yield any real Brussels sprouts. And we'll go over in a minute and I'll show you kind of what they look like. But part of the problem was probably that shaded this during the winter when the sun moved. Well, I'm sorry, the earth moved, the sun didn't move. So it just did not get enough sun. I don't know if that stunted it, delayed it. We're not sure what's going on, why it's taking so long for Brussels sprouts to form. It's kind of frustrating because we could use these beds for something else. So we keep saying 2 more weeks, and then 2 more weeks. We're like 2 more weeks, and so we're still waiting. But they look so good. I've used the leaves in a smoothie. They taste pretty good too. Let's see. This is where the best one is. You can kind of see the Brussels sprouts in there. I don't know if the focus is going to work very good here because I might have to back up. But there you have that. And so recently we planted basil. It didn't have anything on this side for a long time. The basil's doing good, as is our parsley, flat leaf, and then our spinach. The spinach I was excited about, and it's tasted really good, but it's already starting to bolt too. think we planted just a little bit too late. So next year. This cabbage is kind of, I guess, community slash the main person who runs this garden. She doesn't usually take too many, and Chris and I have gotten a couple and used it in stir fry, and it's pretty good. And this is another bed of ours that we maintain. Let's see, we've got Malabar spinach over here on the right with salvia, and then we don't have anything in the middle or this end yet. Debating what we want to put, and then this is the county fair cucumbers and Chris's creative bamboo pole vine trellis thing going. And let's see, here is one of our tomato beds too. All sorts of tomatoes that are doing really good. I'm really excited about the tomato beds. There's Chris. And I've got a Datura down here on the end. There was actually two, but the second one keeled over. So, tomatoes are looking good. These are the ones we started from seed. And then, oh, sorry if you hear the train and cars, and it's kind of, even though we're semi-rural out here, we're still close to like everything. So the train is going to be really loud here in a second. Alright, more tomato beds. Salvia. Tomatoes are doing pretty good. And, yep. And over here is kind of the side flower bed that I kind of took over. There had nothing in it, a lot of weeds and crap. So I started planting sunflowers, and I just cleaned out this section. I got to do a lot of weed patrol. A lot of this grass stuff just keeps coming up. So I started some sunflowers in Tithonia, which is Mexican sunflower, which is common in Florida. And then columbine, columbine, but it didn't come up yet. Gladiolus. And then all the sunflowers down there, which are looking good. And my battery might die, so this might be a shorter video than I thought. And these are the tomatoes we bought that are doing really good, with some smaller garlics that are going to have to be harvested and then put up to replant for next year. Looking good. We got some fruit on them, but they're not red yet. We have leeks down here. This is our garlic, which will definitely be harvested. We eat a lot of garlic, so we'll probably eat all this pretty fast. And this was our kind of wildflower bed. We got the bluebonnet, nasturtiums, a couple different other stuff. And then we just planted melons. See, this says Charente melons, something like that. And then we had ant problems pretty severely, and they had mounded over those two flower plants at the end, and I was constantly battling them. Now we have corn. Chris is in love with his corn, like majorly in love with his corn, which I like corn, but he's crazy about it. And this bed was recently planted by the owner, not really owner, but the person who started the garden. They've got corn and melons and stuff, but I planted along the fence some birdhouse gourds, and down there loofah. So, and then we got a bunch of oregano that I've harvested and dried some, and I also started some seeds in some blank areas along this fence line. The blackberries are iffy. As you can see, there's some flowers on them right now. And here's one of our onion beds, which are doing pretty good. You see the bulbing there. And another onion bed. We're excited about those. Tested some out the other day. They tasted really good. This was the lettuce bed, and it was bolting and just looking, past its prime. So we ripped it today and put up eggplant. So the eggplants are in there. We'll see how they do. It's the first time we've grown eggplant. More onions, and then here's the Sugar Daddy peas. And they're doing pretty good. I kind of like them better than Sugar Snap, whereas Chris thought the other way. We flagged a couple pods that looked good for saving for seed. More nasturtiums. This is another two private beds. They've got potatoes down there at the end, and lima beans coming up, and some other stuff going on. Oh, there's the tomatoes again. Woo. This is the carrot / cucumber bed. The carrots, we had some problems. We planted them and they were planted on a mound and they shouldn't have been. And then it rained really hard for a couple days and the seeds kind of washed away, except for the ones that were at the ends. So we have carrots left. And then these are the Sumter cucumbers. And as you can see, there are already flowers on them. And they are doing really well. And finally, the pepper bed, which is a variety of peppers. Let's see. I'm sorry, Martin's Ghost Pepper and Svetlanka's Bulgarian Chili Pepper. So I'm excited about them. We have a couple growing out pots that we need to do something with. And then really there's a couple other empty beds, which is really hard for us to have empty beds because we just want to plant more things. But a couple people have come. And some bell peppers, the person who runs the garden. And here's a corn from another lady. And then there's Chris over there watering. So, as you can see, it's a pretty neat garden. It's always something to do. And see the horses in the background. And it's entertaining. See you later.